I saw this girl make a video and she was like, isn't it kind of funny? Like, I feel like having a boyfriend now is like lame and like shameful. And she was like,
lame.
I feel like it used to be really cool, but now it's like you meet a girl and you're like, oh, you'd be cooler if you like didn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really do feel that way. Like when I meet a girl and she doesn't have a boyfriend, I am like, oh, like, yeah, that's like, you're cool.
And they're like trying to reappropriate it. We're going to use it to empower us. Oh, well, okay, enjoy it, you stupid.
Steven Crowder absolutely shreds this insane feminist delusional attack on heterosexuality and relationships itself in this clip, as Steven Crowder exposes the stupidity of this feminist's entire argument and reveals exactly why single women keep other women single. Let's get in.
On to the Vogue article. And I will tell you, this is pretty important because feminists are doubling down. They have played a huge role, and I would say the largest role, in destroying American society, Western civilization. You know what? Gay men are less harmful to our social fabric than heterosexual feminist women. Change my mind. You know why? Because gay men, they make up 2% of the population. It's been remarkably stable. And every time I talk with gay men, if I say, you know what, here's the thing. You guys, obviously, no one wants to see any hate crimes, but we want to strive for a heteronormative society that encourages a nuclear family, particularly because of birth rate issues. They all go, got it. No problem. They were fine with it being taboo. It's white feminists, usually white privileged feminists, who say, what, that sounds to me like you're against gay marriage. If you say that to a gay man, like, I get it. So as long as we get the tax bennies, we're fine. They're not looking to come over. It's 2%. It doesn't change. It's the feminist agenda that then spearheaded the LGBTQ ever expanding agenda. And that is predicated on destroying patriarchy. Gay men don't want to destroy patriarchy. They benefit from it times 2.
Times 2.
So that brings us to Vogue. References available. Please go read this article. This is where they continue the lie. Vogue. They continue the lie, and if you were to follow their advice, young women, you will die alone. But now they say that's a good thing. So they claim quite a few things, but let me just preface this. Women claim to be happier than men, but they have much higher rates of mental health issues, depression, anxiety. Now they're trying to convince young girls that having a boyfriend is uncool, and they use some lingo that I'd never heard used in this context before. It's a strong PG-13.
I saw this girl make a video and she was like, isn't it kind of funny? Like, I feel like having a boyfriend now is like lame and like shameful. And she was like,
lame.
I feel like it used to be really cool, but now it's like you meet a girl and you're like, oh, you'd be cooler if you like didn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really do feel that way. Like when I meet a girl and she doesn't have a boyfriend, I am like, oh, like, yeah, that's like, you're cool. Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're on your own, like, slay girl. And then,
like, yes, independent. You don't
yeah.
Okay.
What?
And by the way, I know they're laying down some bait, so it'll make it seem like men or older people are out of touch. I'll bite. Have you guys heard of being used as like cool?
Never.
No.
As neat.
I've
Is that
never.
the new thing?
Are we allowed to call them that now?
I'm all for it.
Or is it like one of those their words kind of thing?
I think that's what they're doing. They're like trying to reappropriate it. We're going to use it to empower us. Oh, well, okay, enjoy it, you stupid. So,
Like, is it okay? No hard end, please.
okay, all right.
Easy.
No.
Oh.
No easy. No easy. If a woman can't say that's so. Everyone's like, yeah, sure, fair enough. And you go like, why are you acting like a? And I'm like, oh, like it's Roots.
I thought you liked that. Thought you wanted to be one.
I meant it as a compliment.
Everything is a
you're
trick.
A boss.
Everything from the feminist movement is a trick. Oh, Stephen, you just took the bait. Fine. I love bait. Can't get enough. So, top comment under this video is, why does having a boyfriend feel Republican? 18,000 likes.
What?
Now, let me tell you something. This is women trying to save face. This is them reacting to young men. And I don't think that any of this is good, just to be clear. But this is reality. And feminists, and by the way, women at large, even if you're not a feminist, you have to police your own. We can't fix this. No uterus, no opinion, unless you're trans. This is because men have checked out of dating. So from 2019 to 2022, the percent of single men looking for dates or relationships, it dropped from 61% to 50%.
Wow.
Men aged 18 to 25, like 63% of them are single. That's double the rate of women. And that also tells you that women are sharing men. Right? You often, well, how can you have twice as many single men as women? That means that women right now are sharing what they view as top tier men, wealthier men, taller men. They would rather share that guy than, pick someone who's frankly more in their league. 45% of young men have never asked a woman out.
What?
Yes. And the reason for that, it's a risk. They go, especially after Me Too, especially where now you can retroactively remove consent. When you look at young women who are often morbidly obese, very entitled young men are saying, you know what, it's not worth it. It's not my grandma. It's not that generation who, by the way, considering that they were painted as housewives and submissive, you guys ever think about this? Your grandmother would run circles around these young feminist women.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Backwards in high heels.
They were industrious, man. They were building stuff, making stuff, sweaters, patchwork quilts, all that stuff. They were doing stuff all the time.
So the article goes on to make this claim that being single is a flex. It says, if anything, it's become more of a flex to pronounce yourself single. Okay, as straight women, we're confronting something that every other sexuality has had to contend with. A politicization of our identity. I don't even know what that means.
I think they did it to themselves. You politicize it yourself by going,
What?
This is my identity. This is my identity. All that matters is my identity. Why are you politicizing my identity?
Yeah, exactly. No, we now know.
That was your whole thing.
Yeah, there's Democrat, Republican, and
In a positive
that's
light.
there. Yeah, so look, that's so
nice
awesome.
word.
You're so good.
See you next Super Tuesday.
Cat lady, they write. They're trying to commandeer all this. They're saying that's actually a good thing. Like, that's actually something to strive for, right? Mm-hmm. Where being single was once a cautionary tale. It still is. You'll end up a spinster with loads of cats. It is now becoming a desirable and coveted status. Another nail in the coffin of a centuries-old heterosexual fairy tale that never really benefited women to begin with. Yeah, heterosexual fairy tale, which has spawned an updated version of the Disney classic, The Lonely Mermaid. It's, She's... And by the way,
Everyone let me know down below how absolutely bitter do you think the woman is writing this article? I mean, seriously, this is why single women are literally a threat to the civilization and the state of, your country, because single women will keep others women single. Why? Because they can't stand the fact they will lie to themselves, they will lie to everyone else, but they can't stand the fact they can't get a man, and they will lie to everyone else to validate that lie, to gaslight also all these other women into being like them. Oh, it's cool to be single. No, you don't need a man. Any excuse in the book. And yet these are the most miserable people in all of society. The most depression, the most mental illness, the most anxiety, the most medication, the most therapy is all of these single women. And this is what they want for other women. This is literally a cancer to society and dating. These are the women who are going to annihilate everything just to feed their ego. Think about that. They are willing to destroy society, plummet the population, destroy families, all to feed their own sense of ego, just so they don't have to face how toxic they really are. This is the threat that feminism poses to society, folks. It is absolutely insane. But hit that like button and notification bell if you're enjoying the video. And if you want to help support the channel, check out the link down below in the description, and let's get back in.
Tomorrow's Spooktacular, we do have a 7+1 lonely fairy tales. And that was the softest of them.
It really is.
It was. We had to choose.
Yes.
Can you go back to the end of that quote for me, please? It's right here.
Heterosexual fairy tale that never really benefited women to begin with.
Okay, so you do realize that before the fairy tale, we were just raping and pillaging, right? And the raping and pillagers were very strong to be rape and pillage-esque.
Yeah.
And you had no protection whatsoever. The deal was, make a home for me, make children, and I will protect you from the rapers and pillagers.
Right.
I think that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you like being raped and pillaged.
Right.
Then maybe you're right.
Well, now you're not going to be raped and pillaged by a man, but by snap and ringdings. And so that's what ravages. Women are now lonelier, fatter, less mentally healthy, and they blame everyone but themselves. Here's the worst part. Here's what makes women most angry, feminists in particular, but women in general. Men are checking out. The ideal is they would like to have a woman, they would like to have a wife, they would like to have a nuclear family, traditional roles. Most men, not all. Okay? But men who've checked out, they're still able to be happy by themselves. Women are not. You can lie to yourself all you want. And what's evil about this, and I mean it, what is evil about this, young women, don't buy into this. The same woman writing this, very likely, either she's already sort of crossed over and there's no hope for her, or she's about to hit the end of her biological window and she is going to be in a rush to go, hold on, let me try and get a man and a family, and then it's too late. So if you buy into this when you're young, the problem is that can wreck your life if you ever actually think you may grow up and want those things. And men don't have that. Men don't have that biological window. So please keep this in mind. And parents, dads, moms, I mean this because we were raised with this in the 90s. Well, I want my young girl to have all of the same opportunities that my young son will. And they usually equate that with career, traveling, but they don't take into account that your son, whether he's 30, 40, 50, still has the opportunity to start a family. Your daughter doesn't. So do you want her to have the same opportunities as your young boy with the things that matter? Families, a legacy, in which case you're going to have to teach her that there's a choice to be made. Look, keep your mind on what it is that you want when you're going through 4 years of glorified alcoholism in college. It's cool to have a career, but you are making a choice. So if you want to have a family, you need to be mindful of this at a younger age. These women are lying to you, these feminists, and it will destroy your life. This is a genuine plea.
We're going to make that word great again.
It reminds me of The Wizard, where the guy's like, the power glove, it's so bad.
I don't know this.
No?
The Wizard?
The power glove, it's so all right. So silly. Here's another thing they go on to say here, and this just shows you how ridiculous it is.
The girl's like, that's so fetch.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So I don't have a mute button.
They're trying to make they're trying to make it a thing. They want you to reevaluate everything, and they talk about blind allegiance to heterosexuality. Heterosexuality has long been purposefully indefinable. Okay.
Wait, what?
Before I go on, it's kind of very easily defined.
God defined it.
Yeah.
Our creator.
And I get it.
Coming from Josh.
It used to kind of be defined as
Josh.
just normal. But heterosexuality is defined as being naturally attracted to and fostering relationships with members of the opposite biological sex. There are really no caveats. That's it. It's pretty simple.
Straightforward.
Heterosexuality has long been purposefully indefinable, so it is harder for those within it and outside of it to critique. However, as our traditional roles begin to crumble, maybe we're being forced to reevaluate our blind allegiance to heterosexuality. Well, here's the thing. If you think it's blind, I would like to actually suggest that we formally and very in plain sight pledge our allegiance to our heterosexuality. So boys, you know what to do. Billy?
Hit it.
Give a song.
No. Oh, you play the thing. Play the thing.
What's happening, guys? Now it's just awkward.
Play it.
I pledge allegiance to the shafts of the United States of America and to the vaginas which they enjoy, one nation, under God, heterosexual, within the binary, and just tits for all. Thank you.
Wow.
Let it never be said that we don't offer solutions.
Play ball!
Oh yeah, let's let this play through. Even
And Jessica Biel, thanks for throwing that in for me, not for Steven. Thank you. Vagina.
I don't know who that is.
And I say armrest.
It's a great country.
So country.
And just to show you the kind of result you can expect if you follow the advice, this is the thing. Women are so bad at giving other women advice. Men will tell you, they'll shoot you straight and go, yeah, don't do what I did. I made a lot of mistakes. Women, in my experience, not all, women will often justify their mistakes and advise that you make the same mistakes because it makes them feel better about themselves. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you the person who's writing this article doesn't feel good about themselves.
Yeah, like Steven Crowder said, this woman has to be hating herself on the inside. You see more and more stories of feminists, older feminists, starting to come out of their shells and finally admit, after they've hit the wall, that feminism was wrong. Once they realize they can't get a man anymore, it is breaking these women. And either they realize the truth or they're going to double down and continue to blame men. And they're going to continue to spread this cancerous propaganda to other women about, oh yeah, you don't need a man and you can do it on your own and independence is great, because they just can't stand the reality they created for themselves. But guys, if you see a woman and she has no man and anywhere in her life, like all her women friends, they ain't got men. If she's got aunts and moms, they ain't got men. If there's no men around, any woman you're looking at, anywhere within her vicinity, odds are she's probably cooked like a lot of those women. And she does not know how to appreciate a man and probably has more of a feminist idea. So you got to watch out for that, because the wrong woman, absolutely. And like Steven Crowder said, guys will just tell you straight from my own experience, the wrong woman will absolutely wreck your life. But thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about what Steven Crowder had to say, absolutely shredding this insane feminist delusional attack on dating. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.